Okay, so I'm hoping that eventually there will be some more folks filtering into this, but we can go ahead and get started. I know it's just two of you. You can keep your camera off. That's totally fine. What you're just gonna need, hopefully you have a mat and then maybe a pair of dumbbells as well. So what we'll start out doing is just a warm up. So what I want you to do is you can just sit just like this, sit wherever you feel comfortable. And again, this is a knee-friendly class, but that doesn't mean it's just only going to be lower body focused. We're going to do some arms, and then we're also going to be doing some core as well. So just the first thing that I want you to do is just neck circles. Good. So we're going to go 5 in each direction. And I'm recording this as well, so once you get done with 5, just go ahead and switch over to the other side. And then the next thing that we're going to do, and I'm going to track my workout too, is we're going to go down on our knees and we're going to do 10 cat camel. So for this, all you're going to do is flex your back and then your neck as much as you can. And then go ahead and go into extension. Okay, so flex and then fully extend. And flex and fully extend. And then if you don't mind muting yourself on this, yep, flex and then fully extend. And once we get done with 10 of these, we're just going to go right down onto our back. So again, I'm going to have all of this recorded, hopefully put it onto our YouTube channel. And then let's just go right down onto our back. And the next thing that we're going to do for our warm-up is going to be a dead bug. So you don't need any weight for this. All you're going to do is lie down on your back, and let's just focus on doing the leg part of this. So you can put your hands just right on your chest, and all we're going to do is we're going to go 10 of these where one leg's going to go out, and what I want you to do is try to keep your low back pushed into the floor and then alternate the leg that you're doing. So if you feel your low back coming up off the ground, work hard to push your low back into the ground. And so now we're on 2 on each side. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then 10. So what we're going to do is we'll go through that just one more time. So just sit up just like this. We're going to go back to the neck circles, back to the cat camel, and then one more dead bug, and we'll get going with the workout. So neck circles are just 5 in each direction. Get yourself all warmed up. So I'm going 5 this way, and then let's go 5 in the opposite direction. I don't know why my dog's not hanging out with me. He was just away from me for a week when we were in the Grand Tetons. You'd think he'd want to hang out with me. Scout. Treat. Treat. There's a treat over here. We can do some cat camel. So 10, that got him over here. Now I have to give him a treat. Hey, I lied to you. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. We're doing 10 cat camel. Yeah. Yo, I'll give you a treat later. Okay, bye. He's going back to sleep. Yeah, let's go one more of these, and then we're gonna go one more round of dead bugs, and then we're going to still be on the ground, actually in this exact position, and we'll start our workout. So one more set of dead bugs. Again, just put your hands right in your chest, one leg out at a time. If you're struggling with this, going up higher should make it a little bit easier. So that's 1, 2, we're keeping our low back on the ground, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, and 10. All right, you can stay on the ground. I'm just gonna mute you, Benita. We are worried about the wildfires. We're getting it here, but we'll keep that muted. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to be on the ground. There's going to be 2 different glute bridge variations, and then we're going to do some core. So I'll walk you through what it's going to look like, and then we'll go through it, okay? We're going to go through 2 rounds of this, take a quick break in between. So the first thing that you're going to do is just a regular hip bridge. So I'll show you it all first, and then we'll go through it. So the hip bridge is, we're going to be lying on our back, and we're going to lift our hips up just like this, okay? So we're gonna go 10 of these, and then we're going to take that position and we're gonna go nice and wide, and we're going to go 10 more. So these really target your glutes. Again, actually having stronger glutes, having stronger hamstrings, that all helps with knee control, which in the end should really help to make sure that your knees aren't hurting as much. Again, it's a knee-friendly class. After we go 10 of these, on each side, what we're going to do is we're going to go 5. It's going to be, bring your left knee in just like this. Left knee goes to left elbow. We're going to go 5 of those. Then we're going to switch over, go 5 on that side. And then we're going to bring them all together just like this for 10. So two glute exercises, 1 core exercise. And we're just going to be on the ground for this. Okay, so this is regular stance bridge. You're gonna go with me, we're gonna go 10 reps, ready, up, 1, and control it on the way down. Focus on feeling it in your butt. 2, 3, 4, 5, nice and in control. 6, 7, 8, 9, 1 more, 10, good. Okay, so now same exact movement, but we're gonna take 1 step out for each leg, so it's a wide stance bridge. We're gonna go 10 of these, here we go. 1, and if you're doing this nice and slow and controlled, 2, it should be burning a little bit by now. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, yeah, it's burning, 9, and there's 10. Okay, so now we're gonna do that core exercise that I just showed you. So it's take your left elbow, and we're just bringing our left knee to our left elbow. So we're going 1, and just be in control the whole time. 2, 3, 4, and when you do this, try not to crank up with your neck. It's all coming from flexing at your spine. So that's 5. Switch over to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, now we're going to do both at the same time. So we're going to bring our both elbows to our knees, bring them all the way down. 1, we're doing 10 of these. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 more, and that should be burning too. 9, and 10. Okay, great. You can take a quick second, and we're gonna go back to doing our 2 rounds of the glute bridge, 2 different glute bridges, and then we will go into 1 more round of those crunches. So if you need a drink, you can get a drink really quick, but we'll get started really soon, okay? All right. So again, before we get started, you can make sure you take a look at this live calendar so that you can book these out the subsequent week. So I'm gonna have these weekly at this time. We haven't actually announced that this calendar exists. You're probably here because you got an email from me, but it's actually all on our webpage now. So check out some of the other things that we're offering. So let's go back to our hip bridge. Again, so that's just regular stance for 10, then going into the wide stance for another 10. Here we go. 1, 2, and again, getting your glutes stronger, which is what we're working on right now, is going to help with your knees. 5, I think it might have been 6, but that's okay. 6, 7, under control. 8, 9. This is one where number 10, where if you go fast with it, you can get away without it burning. But if you're nice and slow and under control, you should really feel that back here. We're going wide stance now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and that should be 10, and that should be burning. All right, so last set of the crunches, and then we will be standing up for our next set of things, okay? For our next set of things, if you don't have weight, that's totally fine. You don't need it, but if you do have weight, you can use it, okay? All right, so I'm going for our last set of crunches. It's 5, 5, and then 10. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's switch over right side to right side. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, 5. Okay, here we go. So now we're gonna go both for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and that should be burning too. 9 and 10. All right. So that is our floor-based work. So what we can do is we can stand up, and I'm going to show you some exercises that are, I'm actually going to tilt this up a little bit so people can see me. I'm going to show you, one, we're going to be doing a Romanian deadlift. So if you have weight, there's a couple options for you. So you can hold them at your sides, or your other option is you can just hold one of the weights right here, just like this. So the Romanian deadlift, we're actually going to take this nice and slow, because this is probably actually one of the more technically challenging exercises to do. But it's going to be great for hitting your hamstrings, which again, glutes, which we just hit, and then hamstrings, this is also going to hit your glutes too, are going to be really good for knee control. And this exercise is good because it does not really put your knee in a position where it might end up being painful. I'll show you a rep, and then you're going to do them with me. So for the Romanian deadlift, we're going to have soft knees. This is about as much as we're going to bend our legs. And then we're going to push our hips back, keep our back nice and straight. And you should feel that in your hamstrings. When you finish, you're actually going to finish with your glutes just like how you finished with that hip bridge. So you should still feel it in your butt at the end of each rep. So I'll give you one more. And I want you to always go within your comfort and control. So that means range of motion you feel comfortable with, and that also means a weight that you feel comfortable with. So you can, of course, do this body weight if you want to get the technique down. So again, we're pushing our hips back just like this. If this is as far as you feel like you can go, that's great. So we're going to do 10 of these, pushing our butt back, keeping our back straight. And again, I would rather you do this just body weight and get the technique down, because this is probably a new movement for a lot of people. That's 2. That's 3. 4. 5. 6. Again, we're pushing our butt back, keeping our back nice and straight. I tell people to do this too, is pretend like you have oranges in between your armpits, and pretend like you're squeezing them so hard that you want to make orange juice. This is going to help engage our back. So we're squeezing tight, pushing our hips back. Might have done more than 10 at this point. So good. The next one that we're going to do, it's going to be a knee-friendly squat modification. You don't need to use weight for this. For a regular squat, you'd be really making it a knee-dominant squat, and that might be painful. It's probably why you're here.
So what we're going to do instead is we're going to put our feet a little bit wider. We're not going to go down as low, and we're actually going to focus on like sitting back more like that, okay? So we're sitting back. So if you want to hold a weight, you're going to hold the weight just like this. We're going to do 10 of those, okay? So we're sitting back, we're not going as low, just like that, okay? So let's get started. Here comes 1, 2. Think about it like this too, not letting my knees go forward at all. I'm really just sitting back like this. So this is a good way to still hit your quads a little bit, the front of your legs, without putting too much stress on the knees. So again, I'm sitting back. I want to say that's at least 7. After this, we are going to hit some arms. And I'll give you a second. So if you don't have a weight, that's fine. Maybe you have like some heavy, something, any kind of household object. But what we're going to do is we're just going to hold 1 weight, or you can hold 2 weights. And we're going to go 30 seconds of just curls. So just like this. If you want to hold both your weights, we can do curls just like this too. That's fine. And we're going to go 30 seconds on here. So I'm going to get this on the clock. And we're going to go in 3, 2, 1. So I'm just having my palms face each other. 30 seconds should start to burn. By the end of it at least. And as soon as we get done with this, we'll go back into doing our Romanian deadlifts and then our squats, our modified squats, okay? Let's do a time check. All right, we're almost there. 3, 2, okay. So that's our round. We're gonna do 2 more of these, okay? And then we'll do a cool down. So again, our first one is that Romanian deadlift. Again, more concerned about you focusing on technique than anything else, all right? Weights at your side, or 1 weight right out in front, or if you're doing body weight, that's totally fine too. All right, here we go, and we are going to do 10 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, nice and in control. 8, 9, and 10. All right. Put one of your weights down, or put both your weights down. Or if you're holding 1 weight, put your 1 weight down. It's going to be that modified squat now. So we're going to go 10 of those. Remember, we're sitting back. Don't let the knee track forward at all. Wider stance than you normally would do for a squat. All right, here we go. Ready? 1, again, we're not going down all the way. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A good one for this too. 7. See if you can really sit back onto like a chair or something like that. 8, 9. All right, and 10. Okay, so now it's that 30 seconds of curls again, and we can get started. In 3, 2, 1. All right, curl, 30 seconds. I can't believe that Scout is not next to me right now. Scout! Unbelievable. Quick time check. 10 seconds left. All right. Great work. You can get, if you want to get a quick drink, we will start our last round in a second. And I can't believe my dog's not over here. Literally left him for 7 days, not alone, with his grandparents. That's a weird thing to say. With his grandparents at the when we went to the Grand Tetons, and he's not hanging out with me. He was really excited to see me when we got back yesterday. All right, we are going to Romanian deadlifts. Last round, so really try to get your technique down, okay? Here we go. 1, again, I'm pushing my butt back. I'm keeping my back straight. And when I stand up, I'm squeezing my butt. So you should feel that so much more in your butt than necessarily in your back. And again, this is fine to do just body weight. I'd rather have you get your technique down. And again, we're really working on strengthening these muscles that will help with knee control that won't necessarily put stress on the knee. So oftentimes it's these things where we're bending our legs too much, like lunges or squats that bother our knees, but we can still train our lower body. And I think that I did 10. Okay, and then last round of doing our squats for one more curl, and then we'll be doing our cool down. All right, here we go. Ready? 10 of these. 1, 2, and if you feel like you can push it and get lower on these, then by all means go for it. But just by sitting back, again, we're not letting our knee travel too far forward. We're still getting some quad involved, the front of our leg, which is good. We're not putting too much stress on our knees. I want to say that's 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay. Last set of curls. All right, here we go. Ready? 30 seconds on the clock. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 30 seconds. And if you did get that link for our class schedule, for our live events, we have a lot of other things. We have a walking challenge, that's today, a 5K group, we have fitness accountability group, so please make sure that you take a look at that too. Let's see where we're at on time. 3, 2, 1. Okay, we're gonna go right back down to our mat just for a cool down, okay? So you did it pretty much. So what we're gonna do is, we're just gonna lie down. We're gonna bring our left knee into our chest and just hold that for a second. And then let's go ahead, let our left knee come out, switch over, right leg. And then let's bring both legs in just like this. Hug our knees into our chest. And then all I want you to do is I want you to hold this position, and we're just gonna end with 5 deep breaths in. So we're gonna breathe in through our nose and then out through our mouth. So you're gonna do that at your own pace. So, and then breathe out. One more. All right. And you did it. I hope you're ready to get going with your day. And if you enjoyed this class, and we'll be letting other people know soon that this class exists, just sign up for it again next week, same exact time. Again, look at our live calendar of events because there's a lot more events out there.